I'm not even sure I should be doing this video if I'm being completely honest, because if this information falls into the wrong hands, there could be some broken-hearted spicy senoritas all over the world. But you gotta promise. You gotta promise me not to use this for evil. Gentlemen, if you do, drop me one of these to be like, yo, Alpha, I promise I'm not a scumbag and I'm not gonna be breaking hearts. Actually, maybe a few hearts, but not a lot. When it comes to attraction tricks, there's some things that make you attractive that are pretty obvious, like being 6'2", or having a nice body, or being dressed well, or driving a nice car, or making tons of cash. Obvious, isn't like everybody knows that these things are going to make you more attractive, but there's some other things, subtle things, psychological things that will make you more attractive that is like totally like under the radar. And the good news is that each and every one of you can do them. The first thing that is going to make her absolutely irresistibly attracted to you is understanding the phenomenon of spontaneous trait transference, right? Now this one is sexy. It's also amazing because what research has shown is that when you actually compliment somebody, the adjectives that you use to describe them, people are going to associate with you. The way that you talk about other people is going to have a direct impact on how other people are going to view you. And so if you're talking to some spicy ass senorita and you're talking about somebody, if you refer to them as smart, intelligent, caring, hung like a mythical beast, boom, in her head, spontaneous trait transference just occurred. The takeaway is that if you're talking to somebody that you're interested in about somebody else, never go negative. Always keep it high level, always keep it positive so that they think positively about you. The second psychological attraction trick, gentlemen, is to psychologically touch somebody. Now, what is psychological touching? Essentially, it's you casually touching somebody so lightly that they barely know it happened. All right, so listen to this crazy shit. There was a French study that basically had dudes standing on a street corner and women were walking by. The whole premise and idea behind the study is that the men were trying to get the women to actually engage and talk to them. What they found is that the men that subliminally or lightly touched a woman on her arm had twice the success of actually getting somebody's number and securing a date. The third psychological attraction trick is to not ask. Hi, excuse me, would you mind, going out to dinner with me, possibly if you're not busy with something better? No, gentlemen, don't ask. Tell, act, make it happen. Nobody wants to be with a dude that's a puss. One of the things that's happened as men is that we've become so insecure, right? It's almost paralyzed us with fear. We fear going up to somebody. We fear making shit happen. Gentlemen, if you want to be perceived as more attractive instantly and irresistible, make it happen. Don't ask, do it. Fourth psychological trick to make you more attractive, and that is compliment her booty. But please note, this one works best for people that you're actually dating or interested in, because sometimes when we get into relationships, we get a little bit frumpy, right? Maybe we let ourselves go a little bit, but we're still worried and insecure about the way that we look. And so if you want to be perceived as more attractive to that spicy senorita that you've been dating for a while, tell her her ass looks amazing. But you don't think I look fat in these jeans? Fat? Say what? No, mama, are you kidding? No, my God, I just want to dig in like two scrumptious filet mignons, medium well done. Game over. You just won. Congratulations. Ha ha. That's what I'm talking about. Something else I'm talking about is the fifth thing if you want to win a little bit more, and that is smell amazing. Research has actually shown that our scent is more important in terms of attraction than our face. Scent is something that is incredibly primal, right? And if you smell amazing, gentlemen, game over, you win. If you're ready to upgrade and elevate your fragrance game, gentlemen, I want you to hit that link down below and check out today's video sponsor, Scentbird. Scentbird is the best in terms of helping you find new amazing fragrances and always smell incredible. Scentbird is a monthly fragrance subscription service where each month you get to go on and choose a designer fragrance to get sent to you and try. Month number 1, you get this, which is the super sexy metal case, all right? These are perfect for traveling, throwing in your gym bag. You're also gonna get a fragrance, right? You're gonna get a 30-day supply, but it's actually a lot of fragrance, right? It's like 120 squirts. You go on and you actually build a fragrance queue. You choose different fragrances that you actually want to get. And then once a month, Scentbird is going to send you a new fragrance, all right? 120 squirts. It's like a 30-day supply. Now, for me, I like developing a collection. And so the other thing that you can do with Scentbird is actually upgrade. I literally get 3 fragrances each and every month. You get to choose any fragrance you want, and they've got over 600 designer fragrances. Now, of course, they've got all the popular brands, right? Like Gucci, Versace, Vince Camuto. But the thing that I love are some of these boutique brands. It allows me to explore and experiment with brands that aren't super popular. And all the fragrances are 100% authentic. They work directly with the brand. Now, this month, I got 3 fragrances. One that I highly recommend you check out, which I'm going to link to down below. Sun Shower by Skylar. If you're somebody that likes like lemon, not to mention like jasmine and greens, you're absolutely going to need to check this out. It's amazing. But I also got Continuum by Toomey, and this one, I love this one. It's darker, right? Suedes, tobacco, along with some like incense. It's just a darker, richer, like spicier, sexy fragrance. And if you're somebody that likes spicy fragrances, guys, I rolled the dice with one by a woman named Sue Phillips that basically is called Spice Blend. I never heard of it, but I saw it. They're kind of like an artesian sort of fragrance house, and I was like, let me just try it. I got it. I love it. The other really cool thing about Scentbird that I love is their fragrance quiz. If you're looking for inspiration or not really sure what to try, guys, you can take the quiz, and based on your preferences or other fragrances you've gotten that you've loved, it's going to actually generate some recommendations for you to try. Guys, I'm going to link to Scentbird along with the 3 fragrances that I got this month that I would highly recommend you check out if you're looking for a little fragrance inspiration down below. There's also a discount code. Make sure to use it, because if you use it, you're going to get your first month of Scentbird for $7. Guys, it's $7 freaking dollars. It's a huge fragrance no-brainer. If you're somebody that likes smelling amazing and is ready to take your fragrance game to the next level along with your attraction, hit the link and get started with Scentbird today. The next psychological attraction trick is one that I thought was really interesting, and it makes total sense, and that is let somebody talk about themselves, all right? So if you're communicating with somebody and they start going down the rabbit hole, telling you about themselves, let it happen. Don't cut them off. Don't interrupt them. Keep asking them questions about themselves, because Harvard did this study and this research that actually found that when we talk about ourselves, it's rewarding the same way money, food, and sex are. So for this study, they took a bunch of participants and hooked them up to an fMRI machine to basically measure their brain waves and activity and all sorts of things. Well, what they did was ask them specific questions about themselves and other things. And what they found is that when participants talked about themselves, the area in their brain that's responsible for like excitement and motivation lit up when they were talking about themselves. The next psychological attraction trick is tell somebody a secret. Self-disclosure is one of the things that is going to bond you deeper and quicker to somebody else. When somebody feels like you just told them something that you don't tell everybody else, it makes them feel special. Saying something like, I don't normally talk about this, or I have not really told many people about this, or I don't know why I feel so comfortable, but I feel like I can tell you this. Like, those type of lead-ins are a great way to break the ice and get connected. The next psychological attraction trick is something called mirroring, right? It's you basically copying or mimicking the person you're talking to's body language. Now, is this a little weird, a little creepy? Yes, but there's been a bunch of research and data that shows that when you actually mirror or mimic somebody's body language, it makes them like you more and view you as more attractive. The next psychological attraction trick that works like a charm is do more interesting shit. It's all about being viewed as more interesting and exciting. Now, could you fake it? Yes. Could you just post pictures of you doing fun and exciting things? Yes. But should you actually try to do them? Yes. And the reason is pretty simple. You are going to have more experience, which is going to lead to being more interesting and having more shit to talk about. Guys, we like to be around people that we view as exciting or interesting because A, it makes us feel like we're more interesting, and also makes us feel like we're more exciting. And the last psychological trick, that's not really a trick, but it is rare, and it's definitely irresistible, and that is be a man. A man doesn't blame other people for where he is in life. If you are somebody that is a man, gentlemen, congratulations, because unfortunately, this is something that is increasingly becoming rare in today's society. People would rather bitch and whine and complain as opposed to working hard and doing what they need to do to be successful. Coincidentally, being successful is one of the most attractive things and traits a man can possess. Now, I'm not saying you got to drive a Lambo. I'm not saying you got to have a ton of cash. But if you are somebody that has drive, has motivation, and is successful in whatever you choose to do, gentlemen, game over, you win, congratulations. The amount of spicy senoritas that are going to be pouncing and jumping and trying to tear your clothes off is insane.